Ready to roll?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the No Feel Podcast, where we have a very special guest with us today, LSU Tiger alum Saul Garza.
All right, so thanks for jumping on, man.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah,
Good.
Excited. You guys been talking about this for a little while. Excited to get it rolling. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Excited
for
to
sure.
have you.
We're going to talk about a lot of different things, during this episode, but we kind of want to start from the top with you. Talk about like high school, where you went to high school, and kind of your recruiting. Kind of go from there.
Sweet. Yeah. So, from down south Texas boys. Let's go.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I'm from Edinburgh, Texas. 6A school, Edinburgh North High School. Edinburgh has 4 schools now. But yeah, from deep South Texas, grew up on a ranch, kind of just country boy doing my thing there. Playing sports growing up. But yeah, kind of got dragged along, I guess. My older brother played baseball, so I kind of followed in his steps. My dad played baseball too, so he kind of helped guide us along the way. But yeah, from Edinburgh North, played there for a few years. A little bit of football, baseball, and then joined the swim team my senior year just to get going.
Giggles.
That's what I'm talking
Big cat in the
about.
pool.
Yeah.
You see that.
No, I wasn't very fast.
Little Michael Phelps there.
No shot. No, but yeah, so Edinburgh North, it was great down there. Played for Coach Chad. Played here for Cooperstown, 16U summer.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of my connection with here. Coach Chad's from down south too, and
How is it playing for Chad?
Chad was it was awesome. So this was 10 years ago or so. So Chad's definitely kind of chilled it now. I can tell with the kids how he's giving lessons, but back then it was like, oh yeah, he was getting after it for sure.
Oh, I bet. You same, right?
Yeah, it's a different level, especially getting him out of pro ball.
Okay.
Like I played for him right after pro ball. So he came in from super high expectations to a bunch of 14, 15-year-old high school kids. And there was a lot of conversations where I'm like, I got to grow up really, really fast.
Yeah.
I just coming into this place, like I knew Chad beforehand, and anybody that had asked me, I'm like, Chad's just super chill, laid back, cool guy, man. I see him at work, it's like
different.
switches on. And I freaking love it.
For sure.
I love it.
All right.
Let's kind of get into the college side, though. A lot of LSU fans are going to see this and get fired up,
Nice.
right? Played for the legendary Coach Paul Maneri, second best college baseball program of all time. That's an accomplishment in itself, man.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
But give us a little bit about that. Tell us what that was like, that experience.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll back it up a little bit. After Edinburgh North High School, kind of got on the radar late. Didn't have a ton of colleges after me. Early on, kind of a late bloomer. And then senior year of high school, fall, I went to Jupiter, big tournament in Jupiter. And that's when a few junior colleges saw me. Ended up committing to go play at Howard Junior College for Coach Rob Martinez. So I ended up going the JUCO route, was there for a year. Probably one of the funnest years I've had in my life. Everyone who goes JUCO probably says the same thing, but it's just the guys that want to get after it, want to get better. And honestly, a great route for a lot of guys that are asking me now. It's like, look, if you have an opportunity to go to your dream school out of high school, do that. But obviously JUCO is a good stepping stone for a lot of these kids. So JUCO was the route I went, and
It's the best, worst time of your life.
oh yeah, it's a grind. First day we're out there raking the field, painting the outfield wall,
Chasing animals out of the outfield.
Yeah, but no, Big Spring was great. Not a ton to do, obviously. Big Spring and out in West Texas, but we had fun just being with the guys, and the dorm setup we had in right field was pretty cool. So just with the guys all day, every day, it was definitely a great experience. And then I got the opportunity to go play at LSU. I got recruited there in January of my first year at Howard. So a few Texas schools were after me, and they were kind of kicking it around when they were going to get me up on a visit.
So you didn't want to be a Longhorn?
No, so I grew up an Aggie fan.
Sorry, Trent. Oh, my God.
Coach.
So my two older brothers went to Texas A&M. So I grew up going to a few A&M camps. I went to a Longhorn camp. But once I got the call to go down to Baton Rouge, I was like, you know what? They offered me what they did, and I was like, look, this is a good opportunity for me now to kind of prove to the Texas schools that were after me early, but then kind of just kicking it around. I was like, you know what? I mean, premier program in college baseball.
One of them for sure.
The premier program in college baseball, so yeah,
it just wouldn't have fit.
Yeah, Texas just wasn't for me.
I will say, I was a fan,
in Austin, just having a hard time parking. I was like, what is this?
I was a fan, Coach, but burnt orange is your color. I mean, I feel like God put you on this earth to wear that burnt orange. But it was
nobody is meant to wear burnt orange.
Purple and gold is pretty cool.
It is. It is.
But yeah, so I went down to Baton Rouge. I think junior college helped me a ton, just a stepping stone going from, 6A high school in South Texas, but you definitely don't see the quality of arms that you do
up here.
As you do up here. And then JUCO kind of helped prepare me to then face SEC arms, which my first month and a half of the season when I got to LSU, I was like, okay, I'm kind of struggling here. What do I got to do? I got to figure something out. Just kind of building that confidence, getting off the year I had prior at junior college. I was like, you know what, I'm here for a reason. And it kind of just flipped from there. I went from struggling early to just really embracing it and figuring out like, hey, we can do this thing. Got a bunch of good guys around me. So obviously got to play for Coach Maneri, and he brought in a ton of really talented guys. So it was cool to kind of be surrounded by that, and it kind of just lifts everybody up when you got good ball players all around you.
Yeah. So at LSU, I'm sure there's a lot of great, Cajun restaurants and just good places to eat there. So for your game day meal, what was kind of the go-to for you?
Ooh, game day meal. That's a good one. Some people might disagree, but if I could get a little bit of jambalaya.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, jambalaya. Really good restaurants all over Baton Rouge. I never had crawfish until I went to Louisiana, so
it's a game changer.
It's different.
Yeah, after that for sure, I was like, "Whoa, I kind of like this. Like, what have I been missing all my life?" So
did Maneri kind of give you the Ed O recruiting pitch to Joe Burrow? Did he kind of just take you to get some crawfish, and that sealed the deal?
So we ended up going to Walk-Ons, which is a Baton Rouge, a basketball player that went to LSU. I believe he was a walk-on the basketball team, ended up creating a Walk-Ons restaurant. It's kind of right on campus or right by campus. And now it's kind of spreading out all over the place, but that's where we went, just had Cajun food and, just crushed it from there. Once I saw the facility and once I saw Mike the Tiger on campus, I was like, that's awesome. Fired me out. This is where I want to be.
That is awesome.
So you guys go out, let's say, you're playing Texas one weekend. You guys obviously swept. You know what I mean? You got your 3-game series. You won all 3 games. So after, what is something that you guys like to do to be able to go celebrate?
Put your foot down.
Were you big on celebrating? Did you just want to go home and embrace a win by yourself, or would the boys kind of go out and?
Yeah, that was actually a tough weekend. So going into the Texas series, I think we were the number 1 rated team in the country.
You were
feeling really good about ourselves. Had a good spring. Excited, fired up for the boys. I was like, heck yeah, we're going back to Texas. Like, this is where I'm from. Let's do it. And then got to Texas, and it was like 38 degrees and windy and just miserable.
Yeah.
They gave it to us, swept us.
Really?
Yeah, so that was tough. We, it was. I think I'll never forget this. I was on deck at Texas, and their fan base, it's okay,
easy.
It's not the box,
but
fair.
I will say there was an older gentleman. I don't know what he was drinking, right? But he was right there by the visitors' batter's box. And I think I had struck out my first at bat. He's like, "Hey, number 13, you look like Tarzan, but you sure play like James." Oh my God. To it. No, but it was awesome. That was a tough weekend for sure. Just welcome to big time baseball, the premiere of college baseball. So, we had a chartered flight down to Austin after the series, showed up to the tarmac. Plane wasn't there. Like, okay, plane's running late. What's going on? Sitting on the tarmac for a while. And then Coach Maneri was so pissed off. He's like, you know what, guys? We're booking it home. Just chartered the rest of the way. Stopped at a Buc-ee's, got a few snacks. And after that, we knew, like, okay, he was pissed. This is coming. I mean, you coming into the series as number one team in the country, and then you get swept. Tough place to play. You know, conditions weren't great. I think if we had played them at the box, it'd have been a different story.
Oh, there's no doubt. You just swept them. No doubt.
Relax.
Yeah. No, but after, it was great.
Yeah.
God, I love a Buc-ee's, though.
Oh,
Buc-ee's is awesome.
That's a good stop sign.
Oh, my
It's a stop sign.
gosh.
You have to. They didn't even let us get off, though. That's the thing. They kind of like, they were so pissed. They're like, you guys stay in the bus. We'll go in. I think they went in, got just a ton of drinks and snacks and chips and passed it around the bus. They didn't even let us get off.
No way. Because everybody's got their gas station snack.
Yes.
You know, you stop at the gas station, this is what I'm getting.
Yeah,
They just pass it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
it's rough.
for sure.
If they don't give me my Philly cheesesteak or whatever, it's a Texas cheesesteak sandwich at Buc-ee's, I'm going to cause a riot.
Oh, I gotta go brisket sandwich.
Oh, that's what I go. Those are
brisket
so
sandwich
good.
at Buc-ee's, yeah.
No doubt.
And is there anything better than when they're chopping up the meat and I don't know what they say, but like the whole crew is chanting
Oh,
this thing.
it's
They're like meat
Yep.
on the board. Bop, bop, bop. That's freaking electric. Man.
Oh,
It's so
gosh.
electric.
The camaraderie. It's so good.
how can we not get that kind of camaraderie like for our teams? Like, yeah, Buc-ee's can do it. Why can't my 13?
We're gonna bust them up on a Greyhound one day and show them how this operation is really, really
We
ran.
have to. There's one up the road, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, right up at the Speedway.
And
right.
Denton.
So with pro ball, because you're playing in the Mexican League right now,
Mhm.
what is that experience like? Because I know some people think, well, going to Mexico might be a little bit scary. You know, just for the viewers out there, what is it like for you?
Yeah, so honestly, Mexico is a ton of fun. Really good baseball. So after LSU signed with the Royals, was with them for a few years, and then ended up signing with the Toros, the Tijuana. So everyone hears Tijuana, they're like, "Oh, how is it?" Like,
Right.
but it's honestly not bad. Like at first, I was a little sketched too. I mean, I live 30 minutes from the border back home, and I had never been to Mexico. Just because the area down south, we kind of just advised not to really go down there if we didn't have to. But then fly or cross the country in San Diego, cross into Tijuana there, and they kind of had a driver there waiting for us, and kind of felt a little more secure once I saw there was a few more American guys on the team. But yeah, I mean, there's been a couple incidences in Mexico, but for the most part, you're with the team, and they kind of respect if you're with the team, you're in a charter bus, you're fine. Just
Right.
some places you go, you're like, okay, try not to go out. Don't try not to leave the hotel if you don't need to. You can. I mean, they still have Uber Eats and Rappi and stuff like that you can order stuff. So,
Well, that's
kind of
funny you say that because we actually have a guy who works here at Cooperstown who has invested stock in Uber Eats.
oh yeah,
I am, first of all, that's going to cause a ruckus. I am a DoorDash
DoorDash.
guy through and through. If I could buy all the stock in the world, I would. Shout out to whoever invented that. I get to be fat and lazy on my couch, and you're going to bring it to me on top of it. I mean, props to you, hat off
That's
to you,
great.
man.
Struck a nerve right there, right?
It's Uber Eats is just a far less superior program.
So Uber Eats is more of like the Canada. And
Yeah.
DoorDash is your USA hockey team.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. It's something
Okay.
some people want to play for. It means something. To people.
that's the boys fired up.
Yeah. When you see that lady or that man, whoever it may be, when you see them walking up with that bag and you know it's coming to your front doorstep, fellas, a fire inside of me is born. It's born.
That's awesome.
Very few things in life, besides God and family and my awesome girlfriend, bring me more pleasure than seeing that lady walk up with that McDonald's
There we go.
bag.
There we go.
So what team do you play for down in the Mexican League?
So I was with Toros at Tijuana the last couple of years. They loaned me out, so they do things a little different. A team can own your rights, but if they want to loan you out to a different team for X amount of time, they can do that. So this past year, they loaned me out to a team in Chihuahua, a new team. They're called the Dorados de Chihuahua, Dorados de Chihuahua, which was great for me because they're colors were purple and gold. So I
Nice.
got my parents to ship out my some of my LSU gear.
stuff.
Yeah, it was great. I was wearing purple and gold stuff. But yeah, so I was there for 6 weeks. Started playing well. Tijuana called me back, and then this offseason just got traded to Rieleros de Aguascalientes.
Okay.
Yeah, Rieleros. So new
Awesome.
team. I'm excited to go down there here in a couple weeks and meet a new squad. A few of the guys I know already, so that'll be cool to kind of have a connection there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's at altitude a little bit, so I heard the ball fly. So
Oh, there
I'm
we go.
excited for that.
Give the people what they
No,
want.
but we'll give the people what they want. That's right.
So let me just get this correct. That is the same league as Trevor Bauer and Robinson Cano and just kind of those big names.
For sure, yeah.
Have you had a chance to play against them?
Yeah, I have. So this past year, opened up this series against Laguna, and D.D. Gregorius is at short, Jonathan Scopes at second. Yeah, just big leaguers everywhere down there.
Yeah, this
but
is
that
no
was
joke.
pretty-
This
yeah,
isn't a men's league. This is
no,
the
for
real
sure.
deal.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, yeah, there's a ton of players. Got selected to the All-Star game this past year, so I got to be teammates with. Who's down there? Greg Bird was down there. Trevor Bauer was starting for the other team.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
Luke Voigt was in the home run derby down there.
That's
Yasiel
insane.
Puig down there. So yeah, definitely really good baseball for sure. I would say it's more of a veteran league where there's a lot of older guys that are, a lot of ex-big leaguers that want to go down there and play and finish off their career. Everyone's obviously trying to make it back here to the States.
Right.
But yeah, really good baseball, good competition. Pitchers can really pitch.
Mhm.
Arm talent wise, I would say it's like you have some guys that are pretty electric, but they really just know how to pitch, get outs. Starters have 4 or 5 pitches to mix in that they can command really well. Like RJ today,
Yeah, I was
he's
gonna
a
say.
starter down there, left-handed pitcher. I mean, today he was dialed in.
Oh,
Disgusting.
Yeah.
4-seam fastball, cutter, slider, big curveball, and
And any count.
changeup. And he can throw.
Oh,
yeah, he
yeah,
can
he
throw.
can,
I
yeah.
mean, 2-0, 3-1 counts. He feels comfortable enough to throw cutter and
Yeah.
And what's his last name?
RJ Martinez.
All right.
Yeah.
So for everybody, Saul said that today we videoed Saul and RJ and Trent Richardson and Colby Seltzer.
Grant's
Grant. My bad. Doing a bullpen and live ABs against each other, maybe hitting a little off machine too. So we'll try to post those type of things later on.
Absolutely. And I would say that just from sitting there today, like you hear about the ex MLB veterans that are playing there, right?
Yeah.
But the biggest eye opener for me today was seeing RJ in the pen and going, oh, it's not just the ex big leaguers who's the talent there.
Yeah.
Like that was legit. Any pitch, any count, cutting it back door with ease. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that was an eye opener for a lot
he's
of
got
us.
really good stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of the pitchers down there do. Which is, it's fun. It's competitive baseball for sure. Yeah, we look forward to Fridays up here. Fridays, live AB days,
Yeah.
especially as we're ramping up for the season. So, try to hitters obviously want to have an advantage, but RJ's been shoving it lately, man. We haven't got, he's definitely got the upper hand right now, but, it's been good. It's been really good.
So what is the confidence level for a hitter at this time of the year when you're getting your live ABs or, you're about to move into, I don't know if they have the spring training down there or whatever they have, but, your first couple at bats, just kind of getting your feet wet again. What is the confidence level like?
Right. So, I mean, here it's cool because we have hit tracks and we can see everything, right? So you're feeling really good off the hit tracks machine, especially, I mean, fastball's coming or whatever you're hitting that day. So you get feeling really good. And then you get ABs and she's like, oh my gosh, I got to actually compete, step in the box. I don't know what's coming. So yeah, this time of year, pitchers are definitely ahead. Hitters are really just trying to grind at bats right now, trying to see pitches, trying to get in a groove to get their timing down. But for me, especially, it's really not till I get, 75 at bats or so towards like, okay, I found a little groove. I feel comfortable. My timing's okay. I've seen plenty of pitches from both sides of righty and lefty. But yeah, I feel great off of machine and trusting the prep work that I've done for the last 5-6 months.
Well, and the swing looks beautiful. Let me tell you, it's a good swing, man.
Always has. As much as I hate to admit it, Coach, when you used to swing it in the purple and gold, I liked what I saw. I didn't like the result of a lot of the balls off your barrel against my boys, but God dang it, I like the swing.
I appreciate that.
So,
Definitely. It's been great working with, Colby and Grant and X is out here, Andy, guys that work out around here. So, just bouncing ideas off each other, really just trying to grow and expand. And I feel like the swing is almost the same, but you just kind of grow as a hitter, like learning your approach, learning what you're trying to do. And that's really what the off season for, like really feeling good and getting dialed up, ready for the season.
So one thing I've heard some of the coaches around here that are still playing. Sorry, one of the coaches
man. We've got to clean it up.
That's all right. We're good. We're good.
Can I start? One of the things I've heard the coaches say around here that are still playing is giving lessons. And for those of y'all that don't know, Coach Saul gives lessons here in the off season when he's not playing. Would you say that helps you as a baseball player, kind of trying to find a verbiage to give to the kids to kind of explain the feel of things?
Absolutely. I love giving lessons. I think, it's a great way to stay active and keep teaching the things that I'm trying to incorporate in my swing with the younger guys. And sometimes it's tough for sure, because I've got a different way of going about it or the thought process that I'm trying to do. And sometimes it's difficult to try to figure out, like, okay, what works for me, I may have to word it a little differently or try to get this 12-year-old or 14-year-old to feel something different. But it's super rewarding when you get a kid, especially if you've been working him for 4 months or so, or an entire offseason. It's like, okay, I can really see the progress that he's. Yeah, you feel. It's just rewarding for you as a coach. For all you guys know, you get a player that's like, okay, first lesson, it's like, okay, it's a little shaky, and then you just see the commitment that they put in and the hard work, and over the offseason or over X amount of time, if you put in the work, good things are going to happen, especially if you have the right coaching to kind of guide you in the right direction. So that's super rewarding.
For sure.
Absolutely. So that would kind of lead us into the next question, and no pressure here. We're not locking you down, but obviously our time has came, right? No more baseball. That day, not saying anytime soon, but eventually will come. Yeah. What does your life after baseball in a perfect world look like for you?
I'm not sure. I'm still kind of kicking that idea around.
A lot of Buc-ee's brisket sandwiches.
A lot of deer stands, I'd assume.
Yeah, a lot of deer hunting.
Yeah.
That's what I do down south. That's what I love to do. So yeah, definitely a lot of hunting. I've still got a year to finish school, so I signed to the Royals after my junior year. So thank God they have. When I signed my contract, they put in a thing where it's like, okay, they're going to pay for the rest of my school. So once I'm done playing, definitely have to go back to school. I promised my mom I would go back and finish for sure. Not just for my mom, also for me. I would love to do that. And I was going to school to be pre-PA, either PA, PT, PT route. So who knows, man? Coaching is awesome. So that's something that it's a possibility for sure. But especially as a catcher, kind of got banged up over the years. So kind of just dealing with a lot of doctors and stuff. And I think something maybe in the medical field, just to kind of help, want to work with athletes or something to kind of help get them feeling good, get them back on the field or on the court, whatever they're doing. I think that's something that interests me quite a bit.
Yeah, that's huge. You never know what you really want to do. That's the thing, right? It's just you find your niche and you go and do it. And, like us, we have a passion for the game. I'm sure you're never going to leave the game fully. You're always going to do something with the game because you love it so much.
For sure.
I think it goes without saying he's always got a spot here, man. We love having you here, dude. Seriously.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it's great. Sure. It's awesome environment. Just get fired up when I walk in every day and see everyone. Guys are chirping. This is a no field podcast. No, it's great. You got Chad saying, "Come on, man, you got no field." He's even got little Travis. Travis coming to guys like, "Hey, guys, have some field." Just 6 years old, just wearing guys out, which is, definitely feels like a clubhouse environment. Kind of just like keeping it loose, keeping it fun. So yeah, it's really cool. It's a really good spot.
I know when you're pulling in, when I see that Dodge pickup pull in the parking lot and you roll down your window and give me the horns down, I know it's going to be a good day.
Oh yeah, every day, baby.
And when we say when we keep saying Chad, we're talking about a man. His name's Chad Treadaway. He coached professional baseball. He was independent league with the Fort Worth Cats for a while, and also down in Edinburgh a little bit. He's kind of the guy that's over all the teams and stuff here. But something happened a couple days ago with me and Chad and you. And I just kind of want to touch base on that before we wrap it up.
Some hot takes. Some hot takes.
Welcome to my world, Coach.
So a couple days ago, we had mentioned that LSU had played Sisters of the Blind, or who did they play?
They played Purdue Fort Wayne.
Purdue Fort Wayne. We didn't
Did
know
what they were supposed to do. You know,
They did. We didn't know they had baseball there.
Let alone a university.
Yeah, scholarships. I don't even know if they have them. But sorry for you viewers out there if you went there. That's
PW alum.
no feel on our part.
No feel.
So they went out. They did what they were supposed to do, right? I had some hot takes. Chad had some hot takes. So my hot take was I think the LSU Tigers finished 7th or 8th in the SEC. You know, I think there's a lot of teams with a little bit more potential. You know, what do you think about those comments?
I mean, we're talking about the number 2 team in the country right now, you know.
Okay.
Coming off a natty 2 years ago.
Don't let me
Coach
forget.
Jay Johnson getting the boys fired up.
Okay. Don't have Skeens anymore, though.
They don't. But the thing is, when you're at the best program in college baseball, you just reload. You know, you just guys are going to be there to fill in, and
there's no rebuild. It's a reload.
Yeah, there's no rebuild. You know, it's like a reload. Like you got guys that are just as good on the bench, ready to get after it. And that's the thing when you got, I mean, a program like all the top programs, you know, but I feel like especially in Baton Rouge, that's just the culture that Coach Johnson has brought to the guys. Played for a couple guys that won the Natty a couple years ago, and they're like, yeah, like he fires us up. Like it's a guy that we want to go out there and play for every day, and he really believes in us. And as a player, that's what you want. You want your coach to believe in you, and so when you kind of have that from the top down, just building that, yeah, it's definitely going to trickle on down. I think they're going to be all right, Coach. I don't know, 7 or 8 in the SEC. I just don't see that happening, you know.
Hey, there was a change in the voice right there. You struck a nerve a little bit.
Yeah, I brought him a magazine today.
So he brought me a magazine, LSU Tigers edition, and it says Omaha bound on it. He made sure that was slapped down right in front of me.
Shout out Mr. Sands Baton Rouge. He sends me updated Tiger rags.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, just had to shed the light, you know, on what was going on. 7 or 8 in the SEC, I don't think that's going to do it, you know.
I just feel like my place, you know, I always just try to, you know, the fandom has to be calmed down a little bit. And I just have to bring the real to you guys, you know, like Trevor, he thinks Texas is going to Omaha. They're not going to Omaha this year. You know, LSU has more of a chance. I definitely see.
And I want the audience at home to kind of just to put things into perspective here. I told this to Coach Wally earlier. Texas has been to Omaha more times, more years than Wally has been on this earth. And when you truthfully sit back and think about that, it is staggering. The fact that you can even come at me how you can come at me is beyond me. I mean, we might as well have University of Texas at Omaha. You know, open another branch.
I don't know. That's what they say about Baton Rouge. About the Tigers.
Gosh.
Go
Well,
Tigers.
you get us one time.
The difference is LSU fans travel.
Oh, he's got you there.
Listen,
He's got you
That's
there.
right.
Listen.
Home field advantage wherever they play.
I will defend my horns a lot. I will say the atmosphere isn't comparable between the box and the dish. They're electric at the box. The dish is kind of notoriously known for a bit of a wine and cheese crowd.
Oh, yeah.
But we're in the SEC now. I'm hoping we get a little bit of different intensity at those games. Hopefully it means it supposedly means more, right? I want to see it mean more. I need to see it.
Welcome to it. Welcome to the big dogs.
Ready to have some fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Tigers coming to Austin this year?
Tigers are coming to Austin. Tigers
Yeah.
are also going to College Station, which is going to be a really good matchup. I'm looking forward to
That's
that
already
one.
6 losses on the conference.
Yeah, so I want to thank you, man, for jumping on. I mean, you're one of our first guests. Like, you know, we wanted to get you before you left to go to the Mexican leagues and play. You know,
For sure.
you know, we're gonna miss you a lot. I mean, like Trevor said, it's when you see the truck out here in front of the cage. You know, you know it's gonna be a good day, right?
Hard to have a bad one.
Yeah, especially around you. So, you know, good luck this season. I from the bottom of my heart, I hope you have an awesome season. I can't wait. I hope you send some videos to us. We'll post them.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
Little highlights or
that'd
something
be
like
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, this is great. No Field Podcast.
Yeah.